Krishna. श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री पंचतत्व भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद नृसिंह भगवान की जय। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम, हरे Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रहलाद जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवृदिकाचार्य स्तोत्र सतत शिशुमरे श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवृदिकाचार्य स्तोत्र सतत शिशुमरे भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री गौर किशोर दास बाबू महाराज की जय। जय श्री भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर महाराज की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबू महाराज की जय। श्री गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। प्रिंस कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। मायापुर नवदीप धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। गंगा मैया की जय। जमुना मैया की जय। तुलसी मैया की जय। प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। जय जय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल। All glory to the Lord. All glory to the Somebody. All glory to the Somebody. All glory to Sri Guru and Gauranga All the Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. So, as usual, we'll start with one round of chanting with Srila Prabhupada, which takes about 8 to 9 minutes, and then we'll start discourse. I see a lot of new faces, so if you have got this chanting beat, the way to chant, or the objective of chanting is just hear the names of Lord Krishna. So when we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So just be attentive, hear your own sound, so that you indulge in Krishna's names, calling out Krishna's names. That's the effect of chanting. Okay, so let's start with that. Makrantu. Prabhupada's chanting is with him. Oh. On the phone.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Thank you very much to see you all again this Saturday. I see a lot of new faces. Very happy to receive them. So let's go from here quickly. Within 2 minutes, I'll finish off. Can you please introduce yourself? Your Mataji, I see. Yes, Mataji. Prashanti Mataji and Kavita Mataji. Thank you very much for coming. They are coming from Delaware actually. Kavita Mataji.
Prashanti Mataji and Padma Mataji.
Both are coming. They are coming from Delaware. Wonderful. So let's all welcome them. And Mataji, your daughter's name? Parakasta. Son? Param. Param. So he is a wonderful Mridanga player. Param. Parakasta Mataji is a wonderful Kirtanier. Yes, so let's all welcome them by chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thank you. And I see, what is your name, Mataji? Navneet. Navneet. She's a good friend of Prajna Mataji. So let's welcome Navneet Mataji 3 times Hari Bol. And I see Mataji, sorry, I forgot your name. Rohini Mataji, yes. So Rohini Mataji and Prabhuji's name? Sunil. Sunil Prabhu. They recently had a wonderful devotee baby. You can all see that. It's very cute, very nice. Let's welcome them by chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji. Did I leave anyone?
Yes. This is my daughter Nisha. She is visiting us from New York.
Oh, wonderful. Nisha Mataji, 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you again. So, as you all know, we'll continue our Janmashtami. Mataji Archana Bhakti Mathaji, she put us in all spiritual anxiety last week. She didn't complete. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. So she will continue. Not only continue this week, but she'll continue next week also. Till Krishna takes birth. So she says Krishna is not going to take birth today.
Yes, battery low.
So let's welcome her. It's my good fortune to introduce her again because there are a lot of newcomers. So, our grace Archana Bhakti Mathaji, she's a wonderful disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. She's been practicing Krishna consciousness. You're leaving?
We need to do that one temple, so we
Oh.
for program.
Okay, bro. See you next week. Thank you. So, she's been practicing Krishna consciousness since 1992. Correct, Mathaji? Yes, thank you. 1992, that is more than 3 decades. And she served at New Vrindavan while she was doing her master's in Columbia University, Columbus University. Ohio State, okay. My memory is weak. Last time I had sheet. So then she did more than a decade of service at New Vrindavan, Radha Vrindavan Chandra. This is Radha Vrindavan Chandra. This is from New Vrindavan. Okay, her favorite deities. And then she did a lot of service at Mayapur, and now she is doing service at ISKCON Philadelphia. Okay. Thank you very much, Mataji, for honoring our request. We'll continue session number 2, Janmashtami. So in the other room, Kirtida will be taking Saturday school for all the kids from age 3 to 13. So please feel free to get into the class if you're interested. There'll be a lot of activities, question answer session, so many things going on for the kids. Okay, thank you, Bhakti. Thank you everyone. So the schedule is, for 45 minutes we'll discuss, and about 5 to 10 minutes we'll have question answers at the end. Okay, so please be attentive because she's going to ask you questions. So please be ready to answer.
What is priority? Finishing the chapter or just with this? What the more chapters were? So second chapter. Second chapter కూడా మొత్తం అవుతుంది చెప్తున్నారు. So go ahead by speed. Okay. Much better. Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. From the internet connect అవుతుందా అవుదా లేదా వేసి ఆన్ చేయాలి. Actually, phone నుంచి అయిపోతుందండి. I think it'll be fine. Right, no problem. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayam Mudirayet
Tato Jayamudiraye.
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Shri Krishna Janmashtami ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki Jai Om Ajnanati Mirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to the continuation of Sri Krishna Janma Leela. How many of you attended last week's session? Okay. How many of you attended the continuation of last week's in ISKCON Philadelphia? Not so many. Okay. So I will be continuing from what we discussed here last Saturday. So those of you who attended at ISKCON Philadelphia, please don't mind. It's repetition a little bit, but it's fine, right? It's Krishna's pastimes. For the benefit of those who didn't attend, we will do chapter 2. So from what you attended last Saturday, can you tell me anything that you remember? We discussed chapter 1 of the 10th canto, the Advent of Krishna. So do you remember anything that any one point? Each person can say one point. Anything that you remember from last week's discussion?
Devatas born before Krishna Subheraj in Mathura.
Very good. Thank you, Prabhuji. So Krishna, so all the devatas went with Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma on the shore of the Kshirosagar, milk ocean, they all offered prayers to the Supreme Lord, the Purusha Sukta prayers, and Lord Brahma heard the voice of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu in meditation, and in that, whatever he heard, he repeated to the demigods. So there was an order from the Supreme Lord that all devatas must take birth in the Yadu dynasty and related dynasties, right? So they all started taking birth, correct. And any other points? Yes, Mataji.
How even Kamsa-like person can listen to Vasudeva?
Correct, yes. Because Kamsa is a very cruel person, but when Kamsa heard this Akashvani, what did the Akashvani say?
The eighth child of Devaki will be a killer.
Yes, the eighth child of Devaki is going to kill you. You fool, you're carrying her on the chariot. Her child is going to kill you. When Kamsa heard this, he tried to kill Devaki immediately. Then Vasudeva tried to convince Kamsa that in many ways he tried to convince Kamsa. He tried the Sama, Bheda, and different ways, Danda, not Danda, Sama and Bheda. Yeah, he adopted those two methods, didn't work. Then finally he said that he tried another way. He said, let me at least save Devaki's life for now. So he said, I will offer you all the babies that will be born. And Kamsa accepted Vasudev's proposal. Because Vasudeva was such an honorable person, even a cruel person like Kamsa accepted Vasudeva's words. Very good. So where did we end the chapter? Do you remember where? Yes, Rasapriya.
Kamsa started harassing all the Yadus and
Yes, he started persecuting and harassing all the Yadus. And what did he do to Vasudeva and Devaki? He imprisoned them. Yes. So that's where we ended. So this second chapter begins there. What happened after Devaki and actually we even read that the first 6, one after another, Kamsa started killing all the babies. The first baby Vasudeva brought to Kamsa. At first Kamsa said, it's the 8th child that's going to kill me. I don't need the first child. You're so truthful. You can take the child back. But then Narad Muni came, and Narad Muni said that you don't know which one is the 8th child. And also I heard that the demigods have already taken birth in the Yadu dynasty. So you better be careful. So when Kamsa heard this, immediately he arrested Vasudeva Devaki and also he killed that baby, the first baby. And also he started persecuting the family members. Each year after that, Devaki was giving birth to one child and Kamsa was killing the children. So now let's start. If you have the 10th canto, chapter 2, you can recite the verses with me. 10th canto, chapter 2. The chapter is entitled Prayers by the Demigods for Lord Krishna in the Womb. Texts 1 and 2. Shri Shuka Uvach, along with me. Shri Shuka Uvacha Pralamba Baka Chanura Trinavarta Mahashanaihi Mushtikarishta Putanakeshi Dhenukaihi Anyaishasura Bhupalair.
Let them stop. Let them find
10 point.
Oh, sorry, okay. 10.2. Only Sanskrit, just the Sanskrit if you are able to open. Otherwise, it's fine, you can just go. I'm going to recite only the Sanskrit and I'll explain the shloka. Okay, everyone's ready?
10 what?
10 2.
10 2.
Yeah, chapter 2. 10th canto, 2nd chapter. Okay, we are running out of time. We have about half an hour left. There's 42 verses. We may not be able to complete all, but we will discuss nicely, slowly. Okay, ready? Shri Shuka Uvacha Pralamba Baka Chanura Trinavarta Mahashanaihi Mushtikarishta Putanakeshi Dhenukaihi Anyaishasura Bhupalair Bana Bhaumadibhiryutaha Yadunam Kadanam Chakre Bali Magadha Samshrayaha. So this second chapter is going to cover 3 topics. What is the first topic? How Lord Balaram is attracted from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. That's one topic. The second topic is how Krishna appears in the heart of Vasudeva and then in the heart of Devaki. And the third topic is the prayers offered by the demigods to Lord Krishna in the womb of Devaki. What are the three topics? How Balaram is attracted from the womb of Devaki to Rohini's womb. Second is how Krishna appears in the heart of Vasudeva and then in the heart of Devaki. And the third topic is the prayers offered by the demigods to Lord Krishna in the womb. So now the first part, 1 and 2 we recited. So what did we read in the end of the last chapter? That Kamsa started persecuting all the members of the Yadu dynasty. How exactly he did that we are reading now. With the help of, first of all, under the protection of Magadha, the last line. Magadha means the king of Magadha. Who is the king of Magadha? Jarasandha, yes. So Jarasandha is the father-in-law of Kamsa. Kamsa married the two daughters of Jarasandha. So under the protection of, with the support of Jarasandha, as well as other demons, you see Pralambasura, Bakasur, Chanura, Trinavarta, Mahashana means the great eater. Aghasur, yes. Mushtika, Arishtasur, Dvivida, Putana, Keshi, Dhenuka, and other. These are all the Rakshasas, Rakshasis, and also kings. Bhupala, it means the kings of the earth, like Banasur, Bhaumasur, also called Narakasur. Right? With the help of all these, what did Kamsa do? He started persecuting Yadunam, the Yadus. Then what did they do? Text 3, please chant. Te pidita nivivishuhu kuru panchala kekayan shalvan vidarbhan nishadhan videhan koshalanapi. Te pidita, being oppressed, being persecuted, harassed by Kamsa, all the members of the Yadu started fleeing from Mathura. And they started taking shelter in other kingdoms. Which kingdoms? Kuru, Panchala, Kekaya, Shalva, Vidarbha. Who lives in Vidarbha? Rukmini, yes. Bhishmaka's daughter Rukmini. Nishada, Videha. Videha is, Vaidehi, Videha, Mithila. Yeah. Koshala, like this. They started taking shelter in neighboring kingdoms out of fear of Kamsa. Then text 4 to 5. Eketam anurundhana gyatayah paryupasate hateshu shatsu baleshu devakya augrasenina saptamo vaishnavam dhama yam anantam prachakshate garbho babhuva devakya harsha shoka vivardhanaha. In this way they were all taking shelter, running away, or fleeing from Mathura out of fear of Kamsa, taking shelter in various other kingdoms. But some of them remained with Kamsa. And they even accepted the policies of Kamsa. It appeared that they were following Kamsa's policies. They were subservient obedient to Kamsa. Why? Why would they do that? Because they knew that Krishna is going to appear. They wanted to see Krishna appear. And they knew Krishna will come and destroy. So they didn't want to go far away, that they would miss Krishna's appearance. So they appeared like they are supporting Kamsa, following his policy. They remained there in Mathura. Can you give an example of one person who stayed with Akrura? Akrura is one example. There were others like that who remained. Next, Hateshu Shatshu Baleshu Devakya Augrasenina. In this way, Shatshu Baleshu, 6 babies were Hateshu, killed. After killing 6 babies one after another, babies born of Devaki, Augrasenina. Augrasenina means the son of Ugrasena, Kamsa. After killing the 6 sons, in this way Kamsa killed the 6 babies of Devaki. Then Saptamo Vaishnavam Dhama Yam Anantam Prachachakshate. Saptama. Now after 6, now it's the time for the 7th pregnancy, 7th baby. Who is this 7th baby? Vaishnavam Dhama. Vaishnavam means of Vishnu. Dhama means expansion. Expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose expansion is Ananta. Who is this? Lord Balaram. So 7th pregnancy is of Lord Balaram. The 7th embryo is Lord Balaram. Yam Anantam Prachachakshate Garbho babhuva devakya harsha shoka vivardhanaha. When Devaki became pregnant with Lord Balaram, she was experiencing harsha and shoka simultaneously. She was feeling very blissful because this is an expansion of the Supreme Lord. Lord Balaram is in her womb. The Supreme Lord is in her womb. So naturally she is very pleased. She is experiencing bliss. But from time to time she was also becoming sad. Why is she sad? Yes, because that's the motherly affection. Although she knew this is the Supreme Lord, but still sometimes when the parental affection covers, then out of that affection now she's fearing. She forgets that he's the Supreme Lord. Who can kill the Supreme Lord? From her experience, 6 babies were killed already. Now this baby can also be killed like that. Okay, so there is some significance, a lot of significance here about this 7th baby. This Balaram, why did Balaram enter Devaki's womb? Balaram is actually, and why he has to be pulled to, Rohini's womb. We'll read the next verse also, then we will discuss. Text 6. भगवानपि विश्वात्मा विदित्वा कंसजं भयं यदूनां निजनाथानां योगमायां समादिशत्. Bhagavan api Vishwatma. Bhagavan, even though he is Vishwatma, Vishwatma means Paramatma, who is Paramatma is providing for everyone. Ants, birds, human beings, them, everyone. He is supplying all. Without the energy being supplied by Paramatma, we cannot even blink our eyes. We cannot breathe. We cannot eat. So he is the well-wisher of everyone. He is providing for everyone. Still, Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, he is especially favorable to his devotees. So here, his devotee Devaki is experiencing fear. So, to remove the fear of his devotees, which devotees? The Yadus are also, they are scattered here and there, living in fear of Kamsa. He is the Lord of the Yadus, right? He considers them to be his own people because they are his devotees. Krishna says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha in Bhagavad Gita. That means I'm equal to everyone. I don't hate anyone. Nobody is my enemy. Nobody is my friend. I'm equal to all. But ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya, one who is a devotee of mine, maite teshu chapiham, that relationship is different. That devotee is in my heart, I am in his heart. It's like made for each other. I'm always thinking of that devotee is always thinking of me. As Paramatma, he is equal to everyone. He is giving everyone whatever needs according to their karma he is giving. But as soon as you become a devotee of Krishna, you surrender your life to Krishna, he takes special care of you. He gives personal protection to you. So here we see the same thing. Bhagavan, even though he is Vishwatma, Viditva Kamsajam Bhayam, he is aware of the fear experienced by his people, Yadunam, Nijanathanam. For Yadus, he is their own master. And he is aware of the fear that they are experiencing because of Kamsa. Being aware of this, the Lord Samadisha, Adesh, right? He ordered Yogamaya in this way. What did he say? Text 7. Gacchadevi vrajam bhadre gopa gobhir alankritam rohini vasudevasya bharyaste nanda gokule anyascha kamsa samvigna vivareshu vasantihi. So the Lord is ordering his internal energy. So his internal Shakti is known by different names. There are actually 9, actually unlimited, but still primarily there are 9 headed by Vimala. So the 5th one is called Yogamaya. So the Lord is particularly ordering this Yogamaya. Gacha means go. Gacha Devi, oh Devi, go. Where? Vraja, go to Vraja. Gacha Devi Vrajam Bhadre. Bhadre means oh auspicious one who is auspicious to everyone. Gacha Devi Vrajam Bhadre. Vraja, which type of Vraja? Gopa Gobhir Alankritam. That Vraja which is beautified, which is decorated with the cowherds and the cows. Go to that Vraja. And where? Rohini Vasudevasya Bharya. Rohini, the wife of Vasudev, Aste, is at present residing. So another significant point is Vasudeva is in Mathura in the prison house with Devaki. How his wife Rohini went there and why she went there. So the story behind this is when Devaki became pregnant with the 7th baby, simultaneously Rohini also became pregnant. Rohini is the eternal mother of Balaram. Just like Yashoda is the eternal mother of Krishna, Rohini is eternally the mother of Balaram. But in order to do some service, Balaram has appeared in Devaki now. What is that service? Balaram is the original spiritual master. He makes all arrangements for the worship of Krishna. It is the spiritual master who is teaching us how to serve Krishna. He is training us how to serve Krishna. So Balaram is making the womb ready for Krishna to come. So he enters there first and he leaves his expansion. Who is Balaram's expansion? Ananta Sesh. Ananta Sesh becomes the bed. He becomes the couch. Everything. All the paraphernalia of the Supreme Lord is Ananta Sesh. So Balaram enters the womb of Devaki, leaves his expansion Ananta Sesh there as a bed and couch. So when Krishna comes, he can stay there comfortably. And now he wants to go back to his mother Rohini. He's done his service there, made all arrangements for Krishna to come. Now he wants to go back to his mother. So therefore, Krishna is ordering Yogamaya, Gacchadevi, Vrajam, Bhadre, Gopa Gobhir, Alankritam, Rohini Vasudevasya, Bharyaste, Nanda Gokule. Vasudev's wife Rohini is now in Nanda Gokula, Nanda Maharaj's estate called Gokula. And not just Rohini, others also. There are other wives of Vasudev. They are also there, hiding here and there. Even in caves they are hiding out of fear of Kamsa. Anyascha Kamsa Samvigna Vivareshu Vasantihi. Vivareshu means even in holes. They are residing in holes like caves. They are residing, living there out of fear. But you go to that Vraja. Text 8. Devakya Jathare Garbham Sheshakhyam Dhama Mamakam Tat Sannikrishya Rohinya Udare Sanniveshaya. Devakya Jathara means stomach. In the stomach of Devaki or Garbham, right? The pregnancy or the embryo. Sheshakyam Dhama Mamakam. So this Ananta Sesh is the expansion. Okay? He is there and he is my Dhama Mamakam, my expansion. So Krishna's expansion Balaram, Balaram's expansion Ananta Sesh. He is now in the womb of Devaki. That's Sannikrishya Rohinya. Now you, Sannikrishya means attract, like Akarshan. Sannikrishya. You attract that Balaram from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. Udare Sanniveshaya. Okay? So you pull. This is the next order. You go to Vraja. There Rohini is residing. And the 7th, my expansion is now in Devaki's womb. You pull that 7th embryo from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb, who is now in Nanda Gokula. Text 9. Athaham amsha bhagena. Okay. Before that, let us discuss this 8th verse. This is significant here. Now, who is Balaram? Balaram is an expansion of the Supreme Lord. He is completely transcendental. Devaki is also transcendental. She is actually the Shakti of the Supreme Lord, the internal energy of the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, why the Lord will appear? Will the Lord appear in anything material? Not possible. He will only appear in something spiritual. Now you may get a question, how did these first 6 babies come in the womb of Devaki? You know the history of the 6 sons, who they were in their past life? Anyone knows?
They were the sons of Marichi.
Correct. Marichi. They are the sons of Marichi. So Marichi is a rishi, right? Prajapati rishi, and he had 6 sons. So the history is these 6 sons had, offended Lord Brahma. They laughed at Lord Brahma when at the time of creation, Lord Brahma, when he was creating one after another, when he created Saraswati Devi, she looked so beautiful. Vag Devi. He started, going after her, being attracted to her beauty. So this was completely unacceptable. So the sons of Marichi, they condemned and they laughed at Brahmaji. What is this? What are you doing like that? There is a lesson to be learned there, that even someone as great as Lord Brahma can fall for this attraction for the opposite sex. So one has to be extremely careful. To teach this lesson, Brahma is put in that situation. But for someone who is subordinate, to laugh at and to condemn a superior is not correct. You cannot do that. As a result of that, they had to take birth as the sons of a demon. And not only that, after taking birth as the sons of a demon, once again they were cursed by their own father Hiranyakashipu. They were born as the sons of Hiranyakashipu, and he cursed that they will be killed by their own father. So in their next birth, actually not their own father, they were the sons of Kalanemi. Kalanemi is the son of Hiranyakashipu. These 6 were the sons of Kalanemi, and Hiranyakashipu cursed them that in your next life, your own father is going to kill you. So this Kalanemi appears as Kamsa. So they are going to be killed by Kamsa. Anyway, that is the past. So here the question is, so they were material. These bodies were material. How they appeared in the womb of Devaki, that is the question. And by their appearance, did Devaki become contaminated? Can something spiritual become contaminated? Or can material things even enter into a spiritual body? So there our acharyas explain that just like at the end of this creation, everything enters into the body of Karanodakashayi Vishnu. Karanodakashayi Vishnu is completely spiritual. We are still conditioned souls. That means we still have our karma. We are waiting for the next creation so that we'll get another body. So we are still covered by that material covering. But we are staying in the body of Karanodakashayi Vishnu. But that's not changing him in any way. He's not becoming big because we are all there in him. Nor does he become small when we all come out. He's unchanged. Similarly, Devaki also, when these 6 babies entered her womb, neither did she, expand nor did she shrink. In other words, she was unaffected by these 6 births. Okay. Now, what we are supposed to learn from this pastime of the killing of the 6 babies and also of the appearance of Lord Balaram and now Krishna appearing there is this. By this, what do you say? Not procedure, but this sequence of events that has happened. Devaki becoming pregnant with these 6 babies, Kamsa killing them, and then the 7th baby is Lord Balaram, and after Lord Balaram, now Krishna appears. These sequence of events is actually depicting the procedure of bhakti. How that is, we will see. Devaki is the mother of Krishna. That means we will see Krishna when Devaki gives birth to Krishna. Isn't it? So Devaki is showing Krishna to everyone. When she gives birth to Krishna, then everyone is able to see Krishna. So Devaki is illuminating Krishna. Okay? She is showing. So Devaki, let's understand the process of bhakti first. When you practice bhakti, what is bhakti? What are the angas of bhakti? Yes. And then there are others also. 64 limbs are there, and there are more also given by Srila Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas. These are the limbs of bhakti. So when you perform sadhana bhakti, what happens? There is Klesh Agni and Shubhada. Klesh Agni means all your sufferings and material miseries, they are removed. Shubhada means auspicious qualities start coming. But you also get, that's later on. But when you are practicing sadhana bhakti, what happens is, you will start getting fame, you'll get recognition, you'll even get money, profit, attention, right? You're getting the objects of the senses as a result of your bhakti. By performing bhakti, you will become, like Srila Prabhupada says, they become bright-faced. You become very attractive. You look beautiful. And also people become, your miseries go away. You get wealth also. If you really properly perform bhakti, you get wealth also. And so you are getting these, the sense objects, right? You'll get beautiful things, then, nice sounds, nice food. So what are the 6 sense objects? Form, taste, touch, sound, smell. And the 6th one is your mind, right? Nice thoughts. So you'll get 6 sense objects as a result of your bhakti. Okay? Now, by performing bhakti, if you become attracted to these things, you're getting wealth, you're getting fame, you're getting attention, recognition. If you become attached to these things, what will happen is, it's like you're accepting these things in return for your bhakti. So that's where you will stop. You'll get those results, material results, as a result of your bhakti, and you're happy. Good health, good wealth, long life, and I'm satisfied. Maybe I'll go to Swarga also. I'm happy with that. But one who is actually intelligent will see, Arey, I'm doing this bhakti. The goal of bhakti is love of Krishna, prema. The ultimate goal of bhakti is to get love of Godhead. But I'm getting these petty small things, and I'm settling with these things, and I'm letting go of the real goal. So one who is actually a serious devotee will develop fear in his heart. That as soon as he sees some attention, some people offering him wealth and gifts, he'll become fearful. Here comes Maya. Now this will take my bhakti away. So he'll stay far away. Even if you give them attention and post and position, he'll say, no, thank you. I'm satisfied with my bhakti. I want Krishna Prema. I don't want anything else. So because of this fear, eventually he will overcome attraction for these sense objects. And he will become fixed in his bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaranam, he will be fixed. He will not go after these secondary results that come as a result of bhakti. When a desire for these sense objects is completely removed as a result of this fear, then you will start developing love of Godhead. Prema will come. When you get love of Godhead, then in that heart where there is love, Krishna will appear. You will actually get darshan of Krishna. Krishna will appear first in your heart, and then he will even appear in front of you. You can talk to him, you can touch him. So this is the way how one progresses in bhakti. Now how that procedure is connected to this pastime, let us see. So sadhana bhakti, when you do, you get these 6 sense objects, we said, right? As a result of bhakti, you start getting this. So bhakti is who? Devaki. Devaki is bhakti. Why? Because when you perform bhakti, ultimately from the womb of bhakti you get prema. Now you do bhakti nicely. Ultimately the goal of this bhakti is prema. So within sadhana bhakti, in the womb of sadhana bhakti is there prema bhakti. Similarly, Devaki is sadhana bhakti, and it is this bhakti who is going to ultimately give us Krishna. From the womb of Devaki, Krishna is going to appear. So Devaki is going to reveal Krishna to all of us. Therefore Devaki is bhakti. Okay? Agreed? Devaki is compared to bhakti. Now what are these 6 sense objects? The 6 babies of Devaki are compared to the 6 objects. How? These 6 sense objects are controlled by the mind. The senses are controlled by the mind? Yes? So the mind and the 5 senses. So these 6 sons of Devaki, they are actually the sons of Marichi. Who is Marichi? Manasa Putra of Brahma. The son born from the mind of Lord Brahma. Therefore Marichi can be compared to the mind. And his 6 sons are these 6 sense objects. Now, how these 6 sons are killed? They are killed by Kamsa. How do you overcome a desire for these six sense objects? What did I say? How do you stop? Now, by doing bhakti, you're getting attraction for these 6 objects. How can you overcome the attraction for the 6?
Remove those 6.
Fear, yes. So Kamsa is fear. Kamsa is fear. Isn't it? Devaki is experiencing fear of Kamsa. Or you can also say Kamsa is always fearful of Krishna. Either way, Kamsa is representing fear. And Kamsa is killing these 6 babies. So this fear of these sense objects will eventually help us overcome attraction for these sense objects. You have to always be fearful. Srila Prabhupada also says, you should always be fearful of Maya. Not that I'm practicing bhakti, so you should always be alert. At any time you can fall a victim of Maya. Once Srila Prabhupada was offering obeisances in front of, I think, Rukmini Dwarkadish in Los Angeles. And there, for a long time, Srila Prabhupada was taking darshan of the deities. So one devotee was wondering, what must Srila Prabhupada be praying to the deities? So later on, the devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, what were you praying to the deities? And Srila Prabhupada was saying, I was praying to them, please protect me from Maya. If Srila Prabhupada is saying that, we should understand how careful we must be, how fearful we must be of Maya. On one hand, you are sincerely taking shelter of Krishna, but be very alert about Maya. So that fear will help us overcome this attraction for sense objects. So then, because of fear, when these sense objects are removed, or attraction for sense objects is overcome, now your prime focus will become only bhakti. No distractions for the results coming from bhakti. You're only interested in bhakti, in pleasing Krishna. Then what will come? Prema comes. So when these 6 babies are killed by Kamsa, who will come after the 6 babies? Balaramji is representing Prema Bhakti. He is representing Prema Bhakti. Why? Because Balaramji is nothing but Seva personified. He is intense devotional service. He is so enthusiastic to do devotional service in every rasa. As a servant, as a friend, as a, like an older brother, he becomes very protective, like a parent of Krishna. And also his energy as Ananga Manjari is assisting Srimati Radharani in serving Krishna. He is so enthusiastic, and as in Shantarasa, as Ananta says, he is always serving Krishna, becoming his bed, becoming his shoes, his couch. So this Lord Balaram is the 7th. He is Prema Bhakti. Then what happens when you get Prema Bhakti? Who comes there? Krishna will appear. So this pastime shows Devaki is Bhakti, and her 6 babies are the results that you get as a result of Bhakti, the sense objects. But when you experience fear of these objects, then you will overcome this. So Kamsa is that fear. He kills these 6 babies. Then the next is you become Bhakti becomes the focus, and then Prema Bhakti appears, which is Lord Balaram. And when Lord Balaram appears, Krishna will appear. Okay? So now is the next verse. So Balaram has appeared. Krishna told Yogamaya to attract Balaram. Then what is going to happen? Krishna is still speaking to Yogamaya. Text 9, if you have it. Athaham amsha bhagena devakya putratam shubhe prapsyami tvam yashodayam nanda patnyam bhavishyasi. Atha aham, Krishna is saying, then after this, amsha bhagena. Amsha bhagena. Amsha means portion. Bhaga is also portion. That means then I will appear as a portion of a portion. As the son of Devaki. Devakya putratam shubhe, O auspicious one. What does this mean? I will appear as a portion of a portion. That means Krishna appears to Vasudeva and Devaki as Vasudeva Krishna. So Vasudeva Krishna is an expansion of Krishna, right? Amsha. But why Amsha of Amsha? Amsha Bhagena, why portion of portion? Because I come as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, but Devaki will not be able to see me only as her son. She will see me as her son, but also she will see me as the Supreme Lord. So she will not have only Vatsalya for me, she will also have that respect, Aishwarya. This is the Supreme Personality and is also my son. Whereas Yashoda, she will have 100% only Vatsalya. There is not even a tinge of Aishwarya in Yashoda Mai's love for Krishna. So therefore it's 100%, right? I will come 100% as the son of Yashoda Mai. But here, Amsha Bhagena, as a portion of a portion, I will appear as the son of Devaki. Athaham Amsha Bhagena Devakya Putra Tam Shubhe. Then what about you, O Yogamaya? Prapsyami Tvam Yashodayam Nanda Patnyam Bhavishyasi. And at the same time, you will appear to Yashoda. Pay attention, Krishna is not saying you will become the daughter of Yashoda. Krishna is saying I will be the son of Devaki, but he is not saying you will be the daughter of Yashoda. Why? Because the daughter is never raised by Yashoda. She never gets that, affection of the mother as a daughter. In fact, you don't even see the body. Because the baby that is born, Yogamaya, her expansion, Mahamaya, is brought by Vasudeva from Gokul to Mathura. And Kamsa tries to kill her and she becomes Durga Devi. Right? So that is Mahamaya. Mahamaya is Amsha of Yogamaya. Yogamaya remains in Gokul, but in unembodied form. Nobody sees her. And she is assisting in Krishna's pastimes there. But she is not raised as the daughter of Yashoda. Nevertheless, she appears to Yashoda. I will appear as the son of Devaki. You appear to Yashoda. But he doesn't say you become the daughter of Yashoda. Because you don't receive the love of Yashoda like a daughter. That's the thing. Nanda Patnyam Bhavishyasi. So you will become you will appear to the wife of Nanda. Text 10. Archishyanti manushyaastvam sarva kama vareshwarim dhupopahara balibhi sarva kama varapradam. Archishyanti manushyaastvam. And by doing this, you are doing this service for me. You are pulling Balramji to the womb of Rohini. And you are also going to appear to Yashoda Mai. Right? And then it's not mentioned here, but she will be brought back by Vasudeva. So for doing this service, all your desires will be fulfilled. So Krishna is saying, what is the benediction? Archishyanti Manushya, you will be worshipped by the human beings. Sarva Kama Vareshwarim, by those people who want their material desires fulfilled, they will worship you. And you will be able to fulfill you will be supremely capable of fulfilling all the desires, material desires of people who worship you. And how will they worship you? With dhupa, upahara, with various offerings, bali, right? Offering bali and, gifts. And in this way, you will be capable of fulfilling all their desires. Sarva kama varapradam. And then you will be worshipped in different names. Namadeyani kurvanti sthanani cha nara bhuvi Durgeti Bhadrakaliti Vijaya Vaishnaviti cha Kumuda Chandika Krishna Madhavi Kanyaketi cha Maya Narayani Shani Sharadeti Ambiketi cha. So in different places you will be known by different names. What are they? Durga, Bhadrakali, Vijaya, Vaishnavi, Kumuda, Chandika, Krishna, Madhavi, Kanyaka, Maya, Narayani, Ishani, Sharada, Ambika. These are all the names by which Durga Devi will be worshipped. So this also tells us that with the appearance of Krishna, Durga Devi is also appearing. So that means there will be two types of worshippers in this world. There will be the Vaishnavas, there will be Shaktas. Krishna is saying this also. Those who want their material desires fulfilled, they will worship Durga Devi, they will be known as Shaktas. And they will worship her by all these different names. In these various ways, by offering her gifts. And she will be supremely, capable, powerful of fulfilling all their material desires. And at the same time, those who worship Krishna will be Vaishnavas. Text 13. Garbha sankarshanat tam vai prahu sankarshanam bhuvi rameti loka ramanad balabhadram balochrayat. And then here Krishna is also doing the name giving ceremony for Balaramji before he appeared. Balaram will be known as Sankarshan because he is connecting the two families because of being pulled from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. So he is connecting Devaki's family and here Nanda Maharaj's family. Rohini is here, right, with Nanda Maharaj. So he is connecting both these families. Sankarshana. He will be known as Rama because he gives pleasure to the residents of Gokula. He will be very pleasing to the residents of Gokula. And he'll also be called Balabhadra, because he will be very powerful, physically very powerful. And also Balaram gives us the strength in bhakti, right? Balam, his balam is spiritual strength, not just material strength. Okay. Then what did Yogamaya do after getting this order from Krishna? Sandishtaivam Bhagavata, Sandishtaivam, receiving this order from the Lord. Tatheti Om iti tad vachaha. She said Tatha iti Om iti. 2 times she's saying. Tatha means, so be it. And again she's saying Om. So this only shows that she's showing, what does it show? When you're saying 2 times, like you're saying Prabhupada ji. Extreme respect. When you say it twice, you're repeating it, that means you're showing great respect. So that is Yogamaya's relationship with Krishna. So she's with great respect, she's saying Tatha iti Om iti tad vachaha. And then Pratigriha, I accept your order on my head. Parikramya, she did Pradakshina, Parikrama of the Supreme Lord. Gam Gata, she went to the earth. Gam means earth. After doing Parikrama of the Lord, offering obeisances, she went to the earth. Tat Tatha Karot, and she did exactly what she was told to do. What was she told to do? Yes, so she pulled Balramji to Rohini's womb. How did she do that? Garbhe pranite devakya rohinim yoga nidraya aho visramsito garbha iti paura vichukrushuhu. So she did that in the night, in the middle of the night. Rohini was sleeping, and first of all she gets a dream that she had a miscarriage. She becomes shocked. She is now at that time in the 7th month of her pregnancy. And then she wakes up in the middle of the night and she sees that she had she dreams that she had a miscarriage. It was such a horrible dream. She wakes up from the dream and she finds out she actually had a miscarriage. And then she's crying. Then Yogamaya appears to her and says, don't worry, your baby is coming. We are, I'm pulling the baby from Devaki to your womb, don't worry. Your baby is coming. So then after the miscarriage of Rohini, now she pulls the baby from Devaki, and now once again Rohini is pregnant, but Devaki has no baby now. And all the people around her in the prison house and all the citizens of Mathura, when they come to know that Devaki lost her 7th baby, they were like, the 7th baby is lost, the 7th baby is lost. Alas, alas, this Kamsa must have done something. He must have done some black magic or given her some medicine to kill the baby. In this way, they were all lamenting. Vichukrushuhu means they were lamenting. The Pauraha, citizens of Mathura, they were lamenting for the loss of Devaki's 7th baby. But now the path is clear for Krishna to come. Bhagavanapi Vishvatma Bhaktanam Abhayankaraha. Abhayankaraha, one who is the cause of fearlessness for his devotees. Bhaktanam Abhayankaraha. Aviveshamsha Bhagena Mana Anaka Dundubehe. So the Supreme Lord Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, he is Vishvatma. Why is he called Vishvatma here? Vishvatma means, I said Paramatma. Because he's called Vishvatma because he is the heart of everyone. He is the source of prema, one who gives love to all living entities. That Lord who gives fearlessness to his devotees, now he descends. How? Amsha Bhagena. Here Amsha Bhagena means, Amsha means along with his expansions. Who are the expansions? Purusha Avataras, Karanodakashaya Vishnu, and all the other Leela Avataras, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha. all avatars, along with all his avatars, and bhagena, bhaga means opulences, aishwaryasya, viryasya, yashashashriya, right, jnanam, vairagyam, along with all his opulences and all his amshas, that complete supreme personality of Godhead, he descends where? Manaha, in the mind of Anakadundubehe. Who is Anakadundubi? Vasudev. So, the Lord who gives fearlessness to his devotees, the Lord who is the source of love, who gives prema in the hearts of all living entities, that supreme personality of Godhead, along with all his amshas and all his opulences, now descends. He appears in the mind of Vasudev. What do you want me to do? Stop here for today, or you want me to continue? Tell me.
Mataji, I have a question.
Question.
Why is Vasudev called Anakadundubi?
Good question. Anakadundubi. Dundubi, you know? Dundubi is...
I'd heard this, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd heard the meaning, but I totally forgot.
No, but yeah. But Dundubi, you heard Dundubi before?
Dundubi is like blowing the trumpet.
Yes, it's
air from
drums,
the
yeah, it's the instruments.
Yeah.
So the demigods, at the time of birth of Vasudev, the demigods played musical instruments celebrating. Why? Krishna is going to appear as the son of Vasudev. So when Vasudev was born, at his birth, the demigods were celebrating, and all over the universe you could hear these musical instruments being played by the demigods. So Vasudev heard from his mother that when he was born, these instruments were being played, therefore he was named Anakadundubi. One at whose birth all these instruments, dundubi, drums were played by the demigods. Why they were played? Because Krishna is going to appear as his son in future. That's why his name is Anakadundubi. Sure. So, stop, okay. So we stopped at text 16. So there's furthermore. I was thinking that we can, yeah, because we can stop. Okay, continue. Yeah, just. Okay, all right. So we will continue. Yeah, if you, I mean, you don't have to. If you want me to stop, just tell me. I'll stop. Okay. So at least until we come to the prayers of the demigods, we would have covered one section. Then next we can do the prayers. Okay. All right. Next. So the Lord has appeared. Sabibhrat paurusham dhama bhrajamano yatha ravihi durasadoti durdarsho bhutanam samba bhuvaha. Bibhrat means carrying. Who is carrying? Vasudev. In his mind he is carrying the Supreme Lord. Paurusham Dhama. Dhama means he is carrying. Dhama has many meanings. Dhama can mean the body. Dhama can also mean the rays or the effulgence. So Vasudev is now carrying the Supreme Lord in his mind. As a result, Brajamano, he started, he's glowing like the sun, and he's illuminating the prison house. Because of carrying the Supreme Lord in his mind, now he became so effulgent that the whole room is becoming illuminated. How? Yatha Ravihi, like the sun. As if the sun is rising in the prison, in the cell of Kamsa. As soon as Vasudev received Krishna in his mind, he became as effulgent as the sun. The whole prison house is now illuminated. So bright and glowing he became. Durasada, it was difficult for anyone to even look at him. You cannot look at the sun directly, right? If you're so close. So it was difficult for anyone, any living entity to even look at Vasudev because he became so bright and effulgent. Ati durdarshaha, and very difficult to approach. So here our acharyas explain, Ati durasada means nobody was able to look at him. Ati durdarsha means sinful people like Kamsa could not defeat Vasudev. Because now he is carrying Krishna, nobody can defeat him. Even Kamsa cannot defeat him. Like that. Bhutanam sambhabhuvaha. Next, 18. Tato jagan mangalam achyutamsham samahitam shura sutena devi dadhara sarvatmakam atma bhutam kashta yathanandakaram manastaha. So, Tato Jagan Mangalam. Jagan Mangalam means one who is most auspicious to the whole Jagat, to the whole universe, or to all the universes, both material and spiritual. Right? There are spiritual planets also. He is most auspicious. Achyuta. Achyuta means what? In Bhagavad Gita you heard. Achyuta means
Pure.
infallible. Infallible. One who never deviates. Right? That is Achyuta. Achyuta Amsham. Amsham means along with all his expansions, and his expansions are also completely spiritual and transcendental. So that Lord who is most auspicious to the entire universe, who never deviates, and who is along with all his expansions, Samahitam Shura Sutena Devi. Who is Shura Suta? Shura Suta means Shurasena Suta. Who is that? Vasudeva. Devi means Devaki. So now he has appeared from Vasudeva's mind. Now he is going to Devaki's mind. This Lord, Jagan Mangalam, Achyuta Amsham, Samahitam, now who is now there in Vasudeva's heart, Vasudeva's mind, is now going to go to Devaki. Dadhara Sarvatmakam, right? So she is now holding. Dadhara means she is holding from Vasudeva's mind, her mind. With her mind she is holding. This is also significant. Why with her mind? So you may not think that he is like an ordinary child, how a baby, is transferred from the father to mother. It's not like that. She is holding Krishna with her mind, in her heart, in her mind. Dadhara. Sarvatmakam, also another adjective for the Lord. Sarva Atmakam, Atma Bhutam. Sarva means all. Atma means mind. Sarva means all living entities. Sarva can also mean Lord Shiva. Okay? Atma means mind. Ka means happiness. That Lord who gives happiness to the minds of all living entities, or that Lord who gives happiness to the mind of Lord Shiva. Atma Bhutam means one who comes on his own, by his own power. He doesn't need anyone's help. Atma Bhutam, self-sufficient. So that Lord went from Vasudeva's mind to Devaki's mind by his own accord. Not like, you may not think this is like how yogis, right? They control their mind and their senses, and they, by torturing their body, their senses, focusing their mind, they are now making the Lord appear, or they are seeing the Lord, within their heart. It's not like that. The Lord, out of his own accord, out of his own free will, he has appeared in the heart of Devaki. This is the difference between the Lord's appearing in Devaki's heart and how the Lord appears in the hearts of yogis. Okay. Dadhara Sarvatmakam Atma Bhutam. How? One analogy is given. Kashta means on the eastern horizon. Yatha Anandakaram, that which gives us Ananda. What gives Ananda? Full moon. The way the full moon is held on the eastern side of the horizon, in the same way, Devaki is holding the Supreme Lord with her mind. That means, is the moon given birth to by the eastern side? Is the eastern side actually giving birth to the moon? No. Similarly, the moon comes from there. The Lord appeared in the mind of Devaki. Not that she's actually giving birth. So this birth or this pregnancy is not like ordinary pregnancy. That's the message. Sa Devaki sarva jagan nivasa nivasa bhuta nitaram nareje bhojendra gehe gnishikhe varuddha saraswati jnana khale yatha sati. Sa Devaki, that Devaki, sarva jagan nivasa, that Lord who is the shelter of all the universes, material, spiritual universes, that Devaki became shelter of that Lord. She's holding him. He is the shelter of all the universes. She became the shelter of all the universes. How wonderful is that? Sa Devaki Sarva Jagan Nivasa Nivasa Bhuta Nitaram Nareje. So how beautiful she must be. Now that she's holding the Supreme Lord, we just heard how when Vasudeva went into the heart of, Krishna went in the heart of Vasudeva, how effulgent he is. You can imagine when the same Krishna is in Devaki now, she must become extremely beautiful, extremely effulgent. Yet, she looked like covered fire. Covered fire. Agni Shikheva Ruddha. Agni Shikha means like a flame of fire. Ruddha means covered. Like you have flames, I think sometimes in winter time they put in the pot some flames and you keep, right, to keep yourself warm. So that pot, inside the pot there is fire, but outside do you see the illumination of that fire? No. The things you'll just see the pot is red, but things are not illuminated outside. Or another analogy, there's fire inside a room. Because of that fire, the things inside the room are illuminated. Outside the room, outside the walls of the room, do you see any illumination of that fire? Similarly, Devaki is effulgent like that fire inside the pot or inside the room. So the people who were immediately around her could see how beautiful she was now that she's carrying the Supreme Lord. But her beauty was suppressed because of her fear of Kamsa. Kamsa has imprisoned her in the cell. So because of that fear of Kamsa, her beauty everyone was not able to see. It was not visible to everyone. But there's a message here. When that same fire grows big enough, what will it do? It will burn that whole house down. Similarly, now Devaki is carrying the baby in her, Krishna. When Devaki gives birth to that Krishna, she will become like that big fire. It will burn down Kamsa, destroy Kamsa and his house and everything. Another analogy here is like a wicked person who has knowledge, but he keeps it within himself. He won't share it with anyone else. This is like imprisoning Saraswati Devi in the heart. It's great injustice. If you have knowledge and if you don't share it with others, this is not correct. This is wickedness. So when someone does that, what will happen? That knowledge will destroy that person. He will get pride or whatever, and it will destroy. It will be the cause of his fall down. So similarly, here also, that means that fire which is inside, when it grows, it destroys that house, or that knowledge which is not distributed, which is just locked up inside, eventually causes the fall down of that person if he doesn't teach it to others. In the same way, Devaki now carrying Krishna, her beauty is concealed from everyone. Only a few people were able to see, but eventually it will be seen by everyone. When Kamsa will be destroyed, the whole world will see Krishna. But now he is hidden. Tam Viksha Kamsaha Prabhaya. Now next, Kamsa is also going to see this, right? He is right there. So he will see also Devaki. What is he thinking when he sees Devaki? Tam Viksha. Unko dekhkar. Viksha, seeing. Kamsaha. Tam Viksha Kamsaha Prabhayajitantaram Virochayantim Bhavanam Shuchismitam Ahaisha me pranaharo harirguham Dhruvam Shritoyanna Pureyamidrishi. Tam Viksha Kamsaha Prabhaya Ajita Antaram. Ajita is who? Ajita, the unconquerable. Krishna. Antaram, inside. Seeing Devaki, Kamsa could understand Ajita is inside her now. How? Virojayantim bhavanam. His whole bhavanam has become so illumined. It's glowing from Devaki's body. There's so much effulgence coming that his entire building, bhavanam, is glowing. Kamsa could see this. Virojayantim bhavanam, and also her smile. Shuchi smitam, pure smile. Earlier also, every time Kamsa would come on his rounds to check on Devaki, if the baby is born and he will kill, right? She would always put up an artificial smile, as if she's very pleased to see Kamsa. Why? Because if he sees that she is not happy, he may do something else. Becoming angry, he may. So she would always she would pretend like she is happy to see Kamsa. Whenever he would come, she would put up an artificial smile. And Kamsa also could see that. It's not real smile, he could see that. But this time, he's able to see she's not putting up a smile. She's actually very pleased. Because she's carrying Krishna, she's experiencing the pleasure of carrying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Her pure smile was visible and she was glowing. Even Kamsa could see this. And what is Kamsa thinking? Aha, Esha me prana haro hari. Hari means what? The Supreme Lord. Hari also means what? Nara Hari. Nara Hari. Lion. Lion. Hari means Hari, Krishna, Vishnu. Hari also means lion. So Kamsa, when he saw Devaki so effulgent and smiling, he understood. Ajita is now inside her. He understood. And he's saying, Aha, Eshame Prana Haro Hari Guham. Where does Hari stay? Lion stays where? Cave. Guha. Yes, cave. So Devaki's womb is the cave, and inside that the lion is there. And lion, Pranahari means elephant. You know, when there's a fight between lion and elephant, lion wins. Lion kills the elephant. So the way a lion kills an elephant, so he's comparing himself with the elephant. Hari is there in the womb, in the cave. That Hari is going to kill me. He could see that. He could understand. Ahaisha me prana haro harihir guham dhruvam. Certainly. Ashrita yan na pureyam idrishi. How he is so certain that Hari is now, he has taken shelter of the womb of Devaki. I haven't seen this type of effulgence in Devaki before. She didn't look like this before. This is completely different. Now it is certain that my death is there in the womb of Devaki. Kamsa could understand. Kim adya tasmin karani. So now he knows he's there. What? Takshana kartavyam. Kim kartavyam. What should I do now? That is Kamsa's, fear. Kim adya tasmin. Tasmin means him. Kim adya tasmin karaniyam ashume. Ashu, immediately. What is my immediate action now? What should I do? He's there. My enemy is there in the womb. Should I kill Devaki so the baby is dead? And then I won't, I'll be safe. Should I just go ahead and kill Devaki so the baby will be killed in the womb? Yad artha tantrona vihanti vikramam. But artha tantra means, those who are interested in their own welfare, right? They say that na vihanti vikramam. You should not spoil your good name. Those who are interested in their own welfare, they say that you should not spoil your good name. What is that good name? Striyaha Swasur Guru Matya. She's a woman. Swasur means she's my sister. Guru Matya, she's pregnant. The baby is in the womb. If I killed her now in this state, a woman, my sister, and she's pregnant, what will happen to my name? He's thinking like this now. Vadhoyam Yashaha Shriyam Hanti Anukalam Ayuhu. My fame mitti mein mil jayega, right? My fame will be finished. Shriyam, my beauty will be finished. Anukalam Ayuhu. I will have untimely death. My lifespan will be shortened. He got this intelligence now. Earlier he didn't think. When he was prepared to kill Devaki, at that time he didn't think. Vasudev tried to convince him in so many ways, he didn't think that. Now he's thinking. Why? Tell me why.
Because Krishna is.
He's experiencing fear also, but his presence of Krishna is making him think like this. Now he's thinking, no, it won't be right for me to do this. Then what should I do? Next verse. Sa esha jivan khalu sampareto varteta yotyanta nishramsitena dehe mritetam manuja shapanti ganta tamondham tanumani no dhruvam. Sa esha jivan khalu sampareto varteta yotyanta atyanta nishamsitena. Atyanta nishamsitena means those who are doing extremely cruel activities. What is the use of that person's living? While living also, he's as good as dead. One who is living by performing cruel activities, what is the value of his living? While living also, he's as good as dead. Kamsa is thinking. Kamsa is thinking. Varteta yo atyanta nishamsitena dehe mritetam manuja shapanti. People will curse him. While he's living also, they will curse him. Okay, sometimes in front of him, out of fear, they may not say. But when he dies, they'll say, good riddance, he's dead. Right? They will curse him. So, what type of happiness I will have in life? I will be miserable. Wherever I go, people will be cursing me. They will be, hoping that I'll be dead. And after my death also they will celebrate. Oh, such an evil demon, cruel person is dead. Ganta tamondham. And what will happen after I die? I'll go to the lowest of the hellish planets also. My future is also very, dark. Ganta tamondham tanumanino dhruvam. Anyone who thinks I am this body, such a person will go to the lowest of the hellish planets. So what am I to achieve by this killing? This cruelty, this cruel act of killing my own sister when she's pregnant, what will I achieve? I will only spoil my name, my fame, my lifespan will be finished. And this is against dharma. My future is also finished. I will go to hell. So he is thinking, next one. Iti ghoratamad bhavat sannivrittah swayam prabhu aste pratiksham stajjanma harer vairanu bandhakrit. He didn't give up his enmity with Hari. Harer vairanu bandhakrit. He's maintaining his enmity. It's not that, okay, well, let's make friends. No. I still want to kill him because he's going to kill me. But I won't kill him now when he's in the womb of my sister. Iti ghoratamad bhavat. He gave up this, heinous thought of killing his pregnant sister. He got this, good intelligence and he thought, I won't kill my pregnant sister now. Sannivrittaha swayam prabhu aste pratish. I will wait. You know what he thought? He thought that let him take birth. And another thing he had was, earlier, two verses before this, he thinks that if I try to kill my sister now, that is Hari inside, he's a lion. Is he a woman that is wearing bangles and is sitting there and waiting for me to come and kill him? He has his own power. He will destroy me. Even though he's a baby embryo, he's still the Supreme Lord, Hari. He will kill me. And on top of that, my fame and name will be destroyed. It is good for my glory to wait for him. Let him take birth. Let him get trained as a Kshatriya. Let him grow up, become a young man. I will challenge him on the battlefield. I will fight with him and then I will kill him. And even if he kills me, that is also glorious. When I'm fighting on the battlefield as a Kshatriya and he kills me, that's also glorious. Instead of killing a baby. Comes a thought like this. So he gave up this idea of killing the baby in the womb and he decided, Aste pratiksham stat janma. I will wait for his birth. Harer vairanu bandhakrit. Although he is maintaining that enmity. Last verse. Asinah samvisham stishtan bunjanah paryatan mahim chintayano hrishikesham apashyat tanmayam jagat. Asinah means what? Sitting comfortably. Samvishan means laying down on bed. Tishtan means wherever he is situated, right? He's situated properly. Bunjan, eating. Paryatan Mahim, he's walking here and there on the earth. Chintayan, his mind is always absorbed in Hrishikesham, the Lord, the master of the senses. Whether he is eating, whether he is laying down on bed, whatever he is doing, wherever he is, whether he is walking, whether he is eating, in his mind he's absorbed in Hrishikesha, the Supreme Lord, who is the master of the senses. Apashyat tanmayam jagat. In this whole jagat, in this whole universe, he is not seeing anything except the Supreme Lord. His condition is like a pure devotee who doesn't see anything but the object of his devotion, his Ishtadev. This is the condition of a Mahabhagavat. A Mahabhagavat, whatever he sees, anyone he sees, even inanimate objects he sees this is my Krishna. Or he will see that, oh, this phone loves Krishna so much. See, he is always looking at, that's his consciousness, a pure devotee's consciousness. He sees actually the love that he has for Krishna. He sees that everyone else is loving Krishna like that. And he thinks, I don't have any love. This bottle has so much love for Krishna. This phone has so much love for Krishna. He's just seeing that everyone is loving Krishna so much. This is the condition. That means he's seeing Krishna, 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 Krishna. Eating, sleeping, walking, anywhere. Kamsa is seeing Krishna like that. So is he a pure devotee? Mahabhagavat? Yes? No. I'll tell you why. What is the
intentions are the intentions?
Result dekhiye. Now, what happens in the case of a pure devotee when he's thinking of Krishna? What does he experience in his heart? Joy. What is Kamsa experiencing?
Fear.
Fear. And out of that fear, he's getting pain. He's getting fear, and because anxiety, yeah. Out of that fear, he's now always suffering. He's suffering. Whereas a pure devotee, when he thinks of Krishna, when he sees Krishna everywhere, he's in bliss. So the result is different. So that's why the intention is also important. Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam. Anukulyata is important. Favorably, you have to render devotional service. Of course, you'll get liberation, no doubt. But you want love, then that anukulyata has to be there. So Kamsa's condition, you may think he's like a pure devotee, constantly thinking of Krishna at every moment, but what he's experiencing is fear and anxiety, thinking of Krishna. So after this, now the next section will be all the demigods will come, and in this way Kamsa is passing time now, waiting for Krishna to appear. And meanwhile, while Kamsa is waiting, the demigods will come. And what they say to the Lord, we will see in the next session. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or reflections?
Mathaji is putting us in anxiety.
Oh, really?
Questions?
Yes, yeah, I don't know if you gave me anxiety, but a lot of things to think about. So, when you were talking about the 6 children and how it was a form of representation of the senses.
The objects of the sense.
Yes. So America is the land of material enjoyment.
Yes.
And so I have to be very careful what I say. When I go to the mall, I felt a little guilty because I'm like, oh no, am I enjoying the material senses here? So I'm walking to different stores. I see some women looking at designer handbags, and I say, aha, material enjoyment of the senses, of the sight, right? I go to an electronics store. I see a bunch of men looking at stereo systems. Aha, attachment to the material sense of sound. I go to Foot Locker. Oh, attachment to the sense of sight and touch. And so every store I go to, I'm like, oh no. Do I just don't buy things now? What do I do? Am I really attached to all these things? And so I have to ask myself, to become a pure devotee, at what point do you say, you have to give all that up? Or do you give that up? And is there a spectrum of, not this much extreme, but you can buy this? I don't know what level that, or do you enjoy any material enjoyment at all as a pure devotee?
Yeah. Nice, very nice question. What's your name, Prabhuji?
Kuldeep.
Kuldeep Prabhu. Thank you for the nice question. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a verse, how to differentiate between what is love and what is lust. Atmendriya Priti Vancha, Dhare Tar Naam Kam. Krishnendriya Priti Vancha, Dhare Prem Naam. So, when the intention is the pleasure of Krishna, then that is called love. When the intention is the pleasure of my own senses, then it is lust. So you can check there.
So if I'm buying shoes, how does that...
I'm very pleased. Krishna about you.
How many pairs of shoes would you need?
So need is a very interesting subject for everyone, right?
Right.
For some, they might say, you only need 2 shoes, one for work and one for play.
Yeah.
Then if you look at everyone's closet, that is not true.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know what that, and that's what I mean. What is that spectrum? When is, what is the bare minimum? Is there a bare minimum? And how do you...
It doesn't have to be the same for everyone. Yeah, even food is different for different people. Some people, Bhimsen would eat a cartload, he could eat a cartload of food, but then he would give that type of work also. And he needed that. He could digest it all and he could work. So for him it's not sense gratification. But someone else who cannot do that type of work, for him to eat so much will only give him indigestion. So that is not right for him. So it's not that it's the, the level is the same for everyone. You have to check if you're doing it for your sense gratification or you're doing it for Krishna's service, and you have to be honest about it. Not that you may say, well, I'm doing it for Krishna's service, and as you said, you have 200 pairs of shoes, so is it really justified? So you'll have to see that. But that is the principle. The principle is, if I'm accepting the objects of the senses for the pleasure of Krishna, for example, food, right? Krishna's, that food which is not offered to Krishna, and Krishna says what he accepts. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhakti upahritam. A devotee offers these items to Krishna with love and devotion. Krishna says, I will eat it. When Krishna eats it, it becomes Krishna's prasadam. Now you're honoring Krishna's prasadam. In that also there are levels. You may be honoring Krishna's prasadam, but you're honoring because it's gulab jamun, you like gulab jamun. Or another devotee, a pure devotee may think, oh, this is Krishna's prasad, and he's just tasting Krishna's mercy. So there are various degrees. But at least if we are on the path, if we start working our way, we are still, we are on the road. So at some point we'll get to the destination. So it's important to know the principle. The principle is Krishna's pleasure, not my own sense gratification. Where do I draw the line? So my line may be different from another advanced devotee, but as long as I'm moving forward. Does that help? Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Anybody else?
Mataji, sorry for the interruption or whatever. Mataji, how can we use shoes in the service of Krishna? You said about prasad, we can offer prasad
Right.
and everything. But like you said about the shoes, right?
Yeah.
Some people, if they have plenty of shoes in their closet.
Yeah.
My son is one of them, honestly.
Yeah.
He loves shoes. But then how do you kind of justify that, okay, I use these shoes in the service of Krishna? I mean, that thought came to my mind and I thought of asking you. How do you take it? I mean, how do you become Krishna conscious while, having so many shoes or so many handbags or whatever?
One thing is, we should work on ourselves more than judging another person. Because when we judge others, unless you are in the position of a leader, like the person is immediately under you, like your disciple, and you are responsible for that person's spiritual life, or someone who's actually taking shelter of you for guidance and asking you how to guide, then you can give advice. But otherwise, the best is to set the right example by doing it ourselves, following it ourselves, and by our example, we can teach others. So these principles we can apply on ourselves. So if I have many handbags, I may consider using less handbags. If I have many pairs of shoes, I may consider using lesser, like that.
Or I have and I offer them to Krishna.
The shoes?
I mean, not at the altar, of
Yeah,
course.
in your mind, of course.
Yeah, mentally.
When you buy new pair of shoes, yes, Krishna, I want to use them. Yeah, we take every opportunity to become Krishna conscious. So why not?
Yeah.
That's in the Vedic society. Whatever you get, anything new you get, you first offer it to Krishna and then you accept it as his prasad. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji is going to ask difficult questions.
I'm asking question later, but in relation to this question, I want to say something.
Yeah.
Mataji asked how we are going to use shoes in the service of Krishna. So we hear about gopis. They used to decorate themselves very nicely, not to attract some young people in some ceremony or parties, but they were decorating themselves so that Krishna will be pleased that they have come to me to participate in a rasa dance, and that's why they have decorated themselves. So their idea was to please Krishna. Similarly, we have to have good shoes. Like in a Vrindavan, during parikrama, many people they walk bare feet. Okay, and many people they have shoes also. So I saw personally, like two Maharajas, one American Maharaj, Hanumat Preshak Swami, and one Indian Maharaj, Subhak Swami Maharaj. In Vrindavan during Kartik when parikrama happened, it's a little cold early morning. It's a little cold. Not little cold. I think it's much colder.
Very cold. Yeah. It's very cold.
So I saw Hanumat Preshak Swami Maharaj. He didn't have any shoes. He American. He was walking bare feet. Subhak Swami Maharaj, Indian. He had the shoes. Both of them they are walking. I was the secretary. I was the assistant of Subhak Swami Maharaj, servant you can say. Subhak Maharaj says to me, "Hey, ये अमेरिकन साधु, ओ ऐसे बिना जूता का घूम रहे हैं, हम इंडियन साधुओं की चप्पल निकालो निकालो निकालो, मैं नहीं पहनेगा." I took it away. After some time, again he said, "Oh, it seems I'm going to lose my fingers. Oh my God, how is walking? Give me my shoes." So Subhak Swami Maharaj, he's like maybe 70 or 80 years old now, but he's so innocent, just like child. So again he did like almost 5-6 times, and then we reached to the destination. So what I want to say here, both of them, the idea is to please Krishna, to do parikrama, to do austerity. So there is no problem. One person is wearing shoes, one person is bare feet. But the idea is, the goal is to please Krishna, to do austerity for the pleasure of Krishna. So similarly in the devotee's life, whether they have 1 shoes, 2 shoes, 3 shoes, the idea is, I have to go parikrama, I have to do, especially in India, if I have good shoes, quality shoes, it will help me to do parikrama, to go to the temple, if it's but when it comes to have more than requirement, then attachment and all these things happen, so that's the thing.
Thank you so much for the wonderful explanation.
So my question is there any example in history where somebody was there and he had so much knowledge, he didn't distribute, didn't preach, and he fell down?
Someone in history?
Like you mentioned that if somebody is having knowledge and if it doesn't distribute, doesn't preach that knowledge, it doesn't share with anyone, he will fall down and that knowledge will destroy him. Is there any example in the history?
From Bhagavatam?
No, I'm just asking. Is there any example?
Yeah, you can all start thinking now.
I mean, I don't know if I'm correct. I cannot say Jad Bharata, but Jad Bharata had no devotee association. He had the knowledge, but he didn't kind of discuss with devotees or exchange the knowledge with devotees. Even though he was in the state of bhava, he had a fall down. It's not that he was a wicked person, of course. Or yeah.
No, actually in Jad Bharat's case, when he got the right candidate, he actually shared it with Raghugan Maharaj.
Yes.
But that was...
Yeah, but until then he didn't get the right candidate who would actually receive it. You have to get Patra, right? One who can actually receive it. Otherwise, it's just going in the air. So, yeah, he did speak.
Okay.
Yeah. But actually, Ajamil.
He had
Had
all
the
the knowledge.
knowledge, yeah. Jamil
It will die with the person if the person doesn't share.
He fell
It will
down.
die with the person.
But he was Prabhuji, he actually saw what he was not supposed to. It's sinful to see what he saw. According to
So
the
much knowledge, he
scriptures.
fell down. So.
Yeah, I'm not able to think of any
Very
historical
challenging.
personality.
Yeah. Who wants to challenge you? But
No, I want to know.
yeah, because if the person doesn't share, it will die with him. It's useless, right? It will die with him.
Yeah.
Unless you share.
Anybody else?
The more you share, the more knowledge you get.
Last 2 minutes.
Any other questions, comments?
Yes,
Mataji?
Mataji. We have last 2 minutes.
Thank you for a nice class, Mataji. It was very sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is, you explained multiple instances where devatas know that Krishna is coming. They are praying and also multiple. They are descending to the Yadu dynasty, etc., etc. So after Krishna is born, and they all know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then how did Indra commit that offense when they all know?
Yeah. Yeah. From each of these pastimes, we are being taught a lesson. So we should try to catch the message that is being given to us by Sukadev Goswami through this pastime. What is the lesson that is being given? For example, in the case of Indra, the lesson is that when one becomes very puffed up by his position, and generally when you have a very high position, Indra is the king of the demigods. He's a demigod, not only a demigod, he's the king of the demigods. So it is very easy, even though he's a devotee of the Lord, and also devotees are also of various levels, various degrees. It's not that all devotees are of the same standard or they're all in the same box. Indra is not a pure devotee, not a pure devotee, pure unalloyed devotee like the Brajvasis. No, he's a mixed devotee. Mixed devotee means who still has some material desires, like that. Of course, he knows he's the Supreme Lord, but being in that position, in that power, you can become covered by the modes. You become a victim, you become proud, you become arrogant, where you commit offenses against the Supreme Lord, against his devotees. We will also face this situation, right? When we get in some, a high position, high post, then we may start thinking ourselves very important and minimize others or disrespect or offend devotees or offend the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So how did he forget? His position made him forget. That pride of being, in power, he forgot. Lord Brahma also, apparently it appears that he also didn't recognize Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma is a pure devotee. Because he got darshan of the Supreme Lord, we see he already composed the Brahma Samhita describing, the Golok Vrindavan Dham. He's a pure devotee. In some cases, Krishna only gives the devotee that ignorance for the time being, for the sake of the pastime. So in Brahma's case, it was given by the Lord, so that this pastime can happen. How do we know where to take which, in whose case, which example to take? We know from the explanation of Acharyas. We cannot speculate on our own. So from the words of Acharyas, we understand, oh, here we are supposed to understand like this, here we are supposed to understand like that. Is that okay?
Thank you,
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
But
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much. A big round of applause, please, again. So, as I mentioned before that, she will continue next session also. So, if you are interested, please come in on same day, same time, Saturday 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And now we have kids sloka recitation for about 5 minutes. And after that, we'll have prasadam. Then Srila Prabhupada's quote for the week by Prajna, and then we'll go with prasadam. Also, we have one new devotee here. Sorry, I forgot your name. Anshu. Anshu. So big Haribol to Anshu 3 times, please. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. He's a good friend of our Makaranda Prabhu. Thank you for coming. So kids, All the kids who wants to recite sloka, please come forward. We have 5 minutes.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Asoshayanamastoshaspam Pragnavadam Chabhakase Katasuna Katasumsha Nanu Soshanti Pandita. Dehinosmin yata dehi komaram yovanam jada tata dehandata prater dira satanamuyati.
Dharmakshetra Kurakshetra Samaveta Sama Mama Kapandava Seva Kimagurvata Sanjaya Dehinosman yata dehe Pragnavadam Kaumaramyu Vadam Jara Aham Tahatadahan Tara Prapta Dilas Tatya Namo Yati.
Any other kid?
Yeah, Rasapriya.
Rasapriya Mataji, come on, please. Quick.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Associate Andasosasvam Pragnavadam Sabhasase Katasuna Katasumsha Nanu Sosanti Pandita.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Haribol. Okay. Stop.
Chanakya Pandit says that if there is one tree in the forest producing nice aromatic flower, that one tree can glorify the whole forest by the flavor of its flower. Similarly, if there is one tree in whose cavity there is a little fire, that one tree can burn into ashes the whole forest. So this simile is applicable anywhere. In a family, if this is one good boy, he can glorify the whole family, and similarly, if there is a bad boy, he can turn the whole family into ashes. 27th of August. A little bit of pure thing is much better than a huge volumes of impure, adulterated things. 28th of August. Always think of the lotus feet of Sri Krishna and you will find no difficulties in executing tasks allotted to you by Krishna. 29th of August. Do not be depressed. All along my godbrothers gave me only depression, repression, compression. But I continued strong in my duty. So never mind, there is some discouragement. Continue with your work in full, enthusiastic Krishna consciousness attitude of service. 30th of August. A grihastha or householder like you are also a Tridandi. Because you have sacrificed everything in your life, your home, and your child, and you are a Tridandi sannyasi, in fact. Continue this attitude seriously and sincerely, so you will be also as good as a sannyasi, even though you are in the dress of a grihastha. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
So everyone, I think you get quote, right? This quote every day in the morning. So I highly recommend, if you're not reading, please read. These are like eye openers. Srila Prabhupada quotes, very, very powerful. So much meaning is hidden in that. So please read that if you're getting. Thank you. Now, of course, Prasadam. So see you all next week without miss. If you want to know about Krishna's birth. Mahaprasade Govinde. Nama Brahmane Vaishnave. Svalpa Punyavatam Rajan. Vishwaso Naiva Jayate. Sharira Vidyajal. Jadendriya Tahekal. Jiva File Vishya Sagare. Tara Madhya Jivati. Lubho Mai Sudurmati. Take Jeta Katina Samsare. Krishna Barodayamai. Kuriba Rajiva Joy. Swaprasada Nadilobai. Sei Annamrita Pao. Shri Radha Krishna Gunagao. Premeda ko Shri Chaitanya Nitai. Jai Nimai Jai Nitai. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Radha Krishna Mahaprasadam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. And one last thing, so we would like to welcome back Ashok Prabhu, Saujanya Mataji and Nitya. They were on a long vacation, so they came back 2 days before. So, Prajna. Sorry, Prajna. I told Nitya? Okay. Nitya and Prajna. So, big Haribol to them. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Welcome back. And I forgot to ask online devotees if they have any questions.
Oh, yeah.
So, is anyone there still? I don't think anyone. Sorry, that was my bad. Okay, thank you everyone again. Haribol. Please honor Prasadam.